everyone. So I am stuck at home today because our babysitter has COVID and we could not find anyone else to watch my daughter. So while she naps, I figured I would just take advantage of this downtime to share some of my maybe more uncommon Poshmark tips. I've been selling like regularly for about a year now. And there are some like things I've learned that I wish I would have known when I first started that made things a lot easier. So I'm gonna make a video of those things that I figured out because you like hear the videos that are always like, oh, make sure you have a good cover photo and make sure that you have good lighting in your pictures and make sure that you share all the time. Those are obviously like givens. So I want this video to be unlike the other 1,000 Poshmark videos on YouTube. So let's get started. Okay, so my first tip is to be mindful of the first few pictures listed in your closet. This is because when you are advertised to other Poshmark sellers as people that they may want to follow, it gives them a like sneak peek of your closet, and those first few photos that you have is what are going to be showing to other potential buyers. So if you have some of the first few pieces in your closet that are really, just have like a good vibe about like what your overall closet is. If you have like a really random thing at the very top, people may think like, oh, she's, I don't know, like a teddy bear seller, not interested, not gonna follow her. And I don't want to lead you astray into thinking that followers are that important, but it is true that when people like, I have found things that I like by just like opening the Poshmark app, and it just happens to be one of the people I'm following had just shared something. And I'm like, oh wait, that's actually really cute. And I will, click on it. So that is my intention by having some things. And so I'm gonna show you an example. So as you can see, I went ahead and just shared like a few listings that all kind of go together, because if people get a glimpse into my closet, I want them to be able to see like, okay, that's pretty cool. Those are cohesive. I think they're more likely to choose to follow me. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So if you're on the main Poshmark site, and this is on the phone too, but I'm just filming with my phone, so I'm gonna use my laptop. If you scroll down, it'll show you follow more people to grow your shopping network. And so if you click through these suggestions, these are just random suggestions on my Poshmark right now, you can kind of see like what kind of closets they are. So like if I see this one and I'm like, ooh, for example, if I click on her closet, see how those were like the first items those were the items that were showing? That's because they're at the top of her closet. This one wasn't showing because it's sold. But yeah, so that's why I suggest having some of your best pieces at the very top. Okay, so my next tip for a successful Poshmark shop is to be really active on the app. Don't just share, but like go to people's closets, interact with their posts. If you like something, talk about it, mention it. If they were, if there was a really cute pair of shoes, but they're not your size, say that. Be like, wow, share it for them and say, hey, I really like this listing. I shared it for you. Like, good luck. Because then other people are gonna see that comment and they're gonna click on your page and they're gonna go to your closet and they're going to interact more with your closet, which ultimately can and will lead to more sales. I've made a sale before just from being friendly to a Poshmark person. I shared her listing. I complimented her on it and wished her sales, and she went to my closet to kind of return the favor and found something she really liked and she bought it. So if I hadn't have commented on her picture, I would not have made that sale. And that was something that had been in my closet for such a long time, and I was starting to feel like it would never sell. So that's one of the things I really like about Poshmark. You can see a direct correlation between how active you are on the app and how many sales you're gonna make. Because of course, you know, like sharing and stuff leads to more likes, which leads to more sales. But just the more your Poshmark handle is out there on people's comments, sharing people's posts, doing things, that's putting your name out there more to where people can then click on your closet and find something. Okay, so my next tip is to, one, have an inventory list for each listing. So I'll show you what I mean. If I go to my closet and I click on this first listing here, for example, and I'm gonna go to edit. You can do this on the phone too, on the app. So I'm gonna go down here, and in other additional details, which is like this little drop down thing, and then you can put like how much the item cost you if you want to keep track or make sure that you're making a profit on it when you sell it. You can put that there, but also this listing SKU. I have everything in a plastic bag with a number on it. And then when I sell that item, that bag gets put in a pile. And when I'm ready to list new things, I reuse those bags. And then I give each listing the correlating number. Because what that allows me to do is run an inventory report and be able to keep track, make notes, and stay really organized. Okay, so let me show you how I run an inventory report. So you go over to, I'm just gonna go to sales so that I get this pop up over here. Now I'm pretty sure you have to do this on the computer. You cannot do this on an app. What you can do is, there's a sales report too, which I don't find as helpful for where I am in my business right now. But the inventory report has helped me loads. So under the sales report, my inventory report, and it says, the inventory report contains details of all your current available listings. A secure link to download your report will be emailed to you. So I say yes, email report. It's gonna send it to my email on file. The same email where, like, when you sell something, you print the shipping label from that email. So it's gonna email it to me, and then I'm gonna go to my email and I'm going to click on the link. It's gonna bring me back to Poshmark, like the Poshmark browser, out of my email link, and it'll have a thing that says like download inventory report. So then you download it. Once it downloads, it has like a bunch of different columns. So it's like, how long has this listing been listed? How, you know, what category is it in? All this stuff. All I really use is, one, how long has it been listed? Like how many days? Because I try to delete and like relist things that have been there for a long time. So that's a really easy way to see like which ones are the oldest ones, because you can sort and filter them in order of like oldest items to newest items in your closet. And so I'll try to go in every few days and like the top like 10 oldest listings, I'll just like copy those and delete the old ones and have new listings, because I have definitely had like a pair of shorts in my closet that I was so surprised they didn't sell. They were just like, they were cute, but they were not my size. And anyway, I deleted it and like had posted a new one, and it sold in like 24 hours. Because so many people like are just sorting by like newest listed. They're not sorting by like most recently shared. So I'm gonna show you the finished product of my inventory report after I delete all the stuff I don't want. So right now I actually took off the listing age, like how many days on this one. And this just has my listing titles and then the SKU number, and I have it sorted by like listing 1 all the way to listing 100 and whatever. And so this way I can kind of go through, and I've lost things before where I'm like, wait, where is this? And it's because I didn't like update the listing number with the bag number. And so every now and then it's good to just like go through and check and make sure like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One time it went from like 53 to 55. And I was like, where's 54? Went, found it, and it just wasn't on the listing. And so what would have happened is when I sold that listing, I would have had no idea where to find that blouse. So it's good to just stay on top of your inventory like that and do like random inventory checks, because if you don't, it may end up biting you in the butt later. And again, this was not something that I used when I first started selling, but once I started having like way more listings to keep track of, this was something that was really, really helpful. And so then what I can do too is I can kind of go through and I star the ones that maybe I think need new like cover photos because they haven't really been selling or people haven't really been interacting with them. And so then I'll like can go through. It's just really helpful to have all of your listings laid out for you. So I just have the SKU number and then the title. Okay, so another big tip that I highly recommend is if you're kind of like, you have momentum and you're making sales here and there and you're shipping and then you're getting notifications that like your listings are being accepted, your sales are being accepted by the buyers and they've been delivered, and that's all great. What you really need to keep an eye on though is every now and then like scroll through your sales page. So this is something you can do on the app too, but I'm going to show you on my computer. Just go ahead and like scroll through your sales, and you want to make sure that they either say delivered, or like if they're really recent, like these two, they're gonna still say in transit, because it's on the way to the buyer. There's been like more than a handful of times that like I had a listing that just like never got delivered and it was still pending, and your earnings don't get released if that happens until it's delivered and accepted by the buyer. So I've had to reach out to Poshmark, and usually like what they end up doing is they're like, okay, so we saw that it got scanned at some point. It was probably lost by the shipping carrier. We will pay you the earnings and we will refund the buyer, to just kind of like no harm, no done technically, because you still earn the money and the buyer gets their money back. But yeah, there's been a couple times where like I'm scrolling down and there's like a sale from like 4 or 5 weeks ago that I never got the earnings from because it was never scanned as delivered. So those are the kind of things you need to stay on top of, because you want to make sure you get your money. You did the work to make the sale and ship it. So just make sure that everything is what it's supposed to be doing and check up on the status of things. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed my kind of short video on some quick tips on what to do on Poshmark to make you more successful, and I hope that this video has made it even a little bit easier for one person out there.